One day in July of 2007, I would like to argue was the debut of one of the earliest VTubers on the internet and maybe even World of Warcraft's first VTuber. Regardless how you perceive him and the content he created, I would like to blame none other than Nyhm for my obsession of this weird mixture cover music, World of Warcraft, and people who use virtual characters like I now do myself most of the time, especially when I'm live on Twitch playing World of Warcraft. I truly personally wish I knew about VTubers back in like 2018 when I started streaming. Unfortunately, I didn't learn about them until the end of 2020 because I would have definitely debuted as a VTuber in the first place. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. If you're unfamiliar with any of the cover music Nyhm has created for World of Warcraft, I first want to say you're missing out. You have missed out on what I truly believe was the golden age of World of Warcraft. And even when it was happening, I was a bit too young. Like, in 2007, I was only 9 years old. I found most of these videos basically a few years after they were posted. I don't think I saw any of these right when he was uploading them. Though I can tell you, if I ever woke up and saw a brand new video from this account, it would be one of the greatest days of my life. Like, I would freak out. I can only imagine the main reason why he's probably stopped. And why I am not going to click on any of these videos and play any of this music for you. But I absolutely have to beg you, go listen to some of it yourself. But it's probably like copyright. It probably makes it impossible to make any money. As far as the rules of monetization, you know, like music soundtracks and stuff, like you can post it, but he probably never made any money off of these millions, like millions of views. He probably did not get one cent. So, you know, like covering really popular songs back in the day, and like some of his covers were so good. It's not like the quality, as you can see, like the quality of some of these videos is pretty low. Like it is, that bit rate back then was really bad. But if you're a World of Warcraft fan, the lyrics are so genius and catchy, a lot of them. And there's a lot of the songs, like if I hear the original song, I just think of the Nyhm lyrics. Like that's all that pops up in my head. There's one, it's like the original song is called The Bad Touch, and it's like, you and me ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. But he remixed it to like his own version. It's so good. Like it's like grind baby, but not the leveling kind. I mean like playing WoW online and then a rogue gets you from behind, so here's your chance. Drop my pants like we're raiding group, but like a mushroom from Mario Brothers, you are just gonna get one. Like I know the lyrics by heart to a lot of these. Like they're so good. I don't know, I could do the whole song. Like I know the lyrics to a lot of these songs way better than I know the lyrics to like whatever the actual original song is, and I just don't care what anyone says. I think it's really good music. I like listening to it a lot, even though it's like probably kind of cringe or whatever to some people. And I've tried showing this weird cover music to people who don't play World of Warcraft. Growing up, yeah, I was just like this weird, awkward, always obsessed with World of Warcraft, and I've had so many people treat me like I was exactly that weird and awkward person, because I would be like, yeah, listen to this music, and it would be like music about the video game that they also didn't understand why I liked it and enjoyed it. But anyways, like you sit around playing, you know, older versions of World of Warcraft or retail, that's fun too, listening to this music, but it doesn't exactly hit the same if you like play an older version like Classic, Burning Crusade, or Wrath, and you listen to this music. It's just like, it's so good. I don't know. A lot of it's meaning to me personally, having to do with Nym's music. I think it really does go to show how powerful the impact has been. Like, now look at me, you know, I'm all grown up, sitting here on YouTube making videos about World of Warcraft and just being a person using a virtual avatar. This was something that I only dreamed about when I was younger. Like, I would come onto YouTube and look up basically one thing, World of Warcraft Machinima, however you say it. I'm not even sure how you say it. And music. Like, that's all that I used to use YouTube for, was World of Warcraft content and music when I was, like, much younger. So, like, there's some that they're just music videos of, like, songs, so they didn't, like, change the song. There's one, it's, like, Here Without You, and it's, like, an undead dude crying over the human girl. Oh my gosh. If you're, like, a longtime World of Warcraft player, you probably have seen that one. And if not, you should look it up. There's Machinima. It's so funny. I could sit around all day watching WoW content like this stuff, but I know it's only just like a small group of people who can only appreciate it with me. People who either, you know, found it back in the day like I did and they probably grew up on it, or if for some reason you've recently picked up World of Warcraft in any form and no one has shown you this absolute gold, you know, like, please look it up. Like, you're robbing yourself of this experience. But yeah, please start with Nym's videos. Like, there's a whole bunch of really good old WoW Machinima. Jimmy, this is such a good one. Oh my gosh. Like, I could just sit around watching old WoW videos. They're great. Oh, here's the Here Without You one. Yeah, they're so good. It's so good. So anyways, it's hard finding people who know about this music and also don't think it's horrible. I'd say the feeling of trying to find a group of people to relate with is probably similar to how people who enjoy Vocaloids feel. I've listened to a lot of Vocaloid music, and I like some of the Vocaloid music, but when I was very young, and when I was first introduced to that stuff, I just went and found, like, Nightcore versions of songs that I like, and yeah, if you know what Nightcore is, then you could probably understand how it's really easy to just go from Vocaloid to Nightcore, because back then I wasn't interested in listening to, like, Japanese music and stuff like I am now, because I was younger and I didn't understand it all or anything. Regardless. Anyways, that's a completely separate topic. I'm just saying, I feel like I know how people probably feel if you listen to, like, very, very niche music and you know it's popular, but, like, it's hard finding the people who also listen to it, so you constantly feel like you're listening to it alone. Yeah. So I like sitting around playing World of Warcraft and listening to World of Warcraft music. Like, anime and whatnot's cool, and I like anime and regular music, I guess, or whatever that isn't about a video game or something. But yeah, if you ask me how I can just imagine spending my time perfectly all the time, it's sitting around playing World of Warcraft, because it just makes me happy. Just makes the experience, you know, really good, especially when you're sitting there listening to music that really brings you into, you know, it immerses you into it and everything. I've been leveling up a classic character, you know, and waiting for Burning Crusade on these anniversary servers. I'm getting to enjoy the game, the state that it was in when Nyhm created a lot of his content and that music. But this time, like, I'm an adult who's mentally coherent enough to fully understand everything. And it just makes me really happy, but also a bit sad, because I can only imagine how amazing it was the first time. Like, all those people who helped Nyhm make his videos back in the day, and how fun it must have been to just, like, exist and create World of Warcraft content back then. Like, I desperately wish I knew how to make music. I can write lyrics, and I sound alright on the microphone, I feel. Like, I'm not a singer, really, but I feel like auto-tune kind of makes anyone a singer, right? I don't know. I just don't know how to use musical instruments and programs, but man, I sure do wish I was there. Like when Nyhm and them were all making music, I wish I could have been like, hey, let me join. I want to make some WoW music with yours. You know? Yeah, having the opportunity to make silly meme song covers for World of Warcraft is probably the silliest thing in the world to sound like a dream of mine, but it is a dream of mine because at the end of the day, Nyhm has inspired me so much with just loving World of Warcraft. I'm a Blood Elf enjoyer at heart. For the Horde, you know, like I have felt so out of place growing up singing a lot of these songs, you know, because it was related to a video game that not a lot of kids my age at that time had played. It also was not meant for children. Like, if you listen to a lot of the lyrics in his cover songs and just World of Warcraft in general, it wasn't meant for me when I was that age, but, you know. I don't seem to find a lot of people who are older than me who also liked this music. So I think it's kind of funny to think about how there was a bunch of like pre-teens to young adults who were jamming out those Nyhm songs and other similar World of Warcraft Machinima, how do you say it, songs while playing World of Warcraft. Like, I know a lot of people probably get on YouTube and they're not interested in like the older content that YouTube has to offer. Probably mainly because the quality, like I know the quality of a lot of these older videos is disastrous, you know what I mean? But it's just like, it's really good. Yeah, like look at oh, Oxford movies. Raffle Mao, that's another good one. The Raffle Mao song. Ugh, oh my gosh. Yeah, like, you know, I know things don't look as good as they did, but I just want to say that it's timeless. The vibes, the nostalgia, it's such a cool thing to experience. I think a lot of people have no idea the absolute gold mines of entertainment. It's right here on YouTube. It just makes me really happy that I can log here on YouTube and like look this stuff up. And I want to share with more people that it exists. It's just literally 15 to 18 years old. And, you know, it's how cool that World of Warcraft has been a platform for this kind of content. For whatever reason, one day this stuff might disappear or the internet doesn't exist. You know, I just want people to be able to enjoy it as much as I have. It's literally about to be 2 decades old, and I'm only 26 years old. I'm gonna be 27 this year, and I know I shouldn't like feel old or whatever. It's just crazy that these things that I severely enjoy are that old. And it goes again to show how timeless and immortal the vibes are. So, like I said, cheers to all of that. And cheers to the person who I feel was World of Warcraft's first VTuber, because he never revealed his face. I don't know who he was in real life or whatever. He was his character and he posted songs, and it's like, when I think about that, that's a VTuber. So yeah, like when I think about today, how I like love VTubers and I love World of Warcraft and I love cover music. Shout out Nyhm, you know, cheers, because as well as I was never down to play a mage before, and now I'm like 6 levels, I'm 6 levels away from max level mage in classic World of Warcraft, and it's all because Nyhm made that stupid MAGE song, and it's stuck in my head all the time, and yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be here, and I don't know if I am still a needle in a haystack. So shout out to Nyhm. If you've never looked him up, please do. And if you also are someone who enjoyed that kind of stuff, cheers to you. Thank you, Nyhm, wherever you are. I truly hope life is treating you well. Cheers.